How many of these Spanish words do you know? What is the word for tie in Spanish? Corbata. What is the word for scarf in Spanish? Bufanda. What is the word for rug in Spanish? Alfombra. What is the word for corkscrew in Spanish? Sacacorchos. What is the word for fountain in Spanish? Fuente. What is the word for iron in Spanish? Plancha. What is the word for button in Spanish? Botón. What is the word for doorbell in Spanish? Timbre. What is the word for wood in Spanish? Madera. What is the word for flag in Spanish? Bandera. What is the word for soap in Spanish? Jabón. What is the word for lift in Spanish? Ascensor. How do you say afternoon snack in Spanish? Merienda. How do you say cool in Spanish? Guay. What is the word for rash in Spanish? Sarpullido. What is the word for screw in Spanish? Tornillo. What is the word for hammer in Spanish? Martillo. What is the word for zip in Spanish? Cremallera. What is the Spanish word for pocket? Bolsillo. What is the Spanish word for chair? Silla. What is the Spanish word for fan? Ventilador. What is the Spanish word for glove? Guante. What is the Spanish word for kitchen? Cocina. What is the Spanish word for clock? Reloj. What is the word for clown in Spanish? Payaso. What is the word for bucket in Spanish? Cubo. What is the word for fence in Spanish? Valla. What is the word for straw in Spanish? Pajita. What is the word for tap in Spanish? Grifo. What is the word for headphones in Spanish? Auriculares. How do you say together in Spanish? Juntos. How do you say I'm waiting in Spanish? Estoy esperando. How do you say see you later in Spanish? Hasta luego. How do you say great in Spanish? Genial. How do you say behind in Spanish? Detrás. How do you say I'm married in Spanish? Estoy casado. How do you say shoulders in Spanish? Los hombros. How do you say leather in Spanish? El cuero. How do you say tie in Spanish? La corbata. How do you say eggs in Spanish? Los huevos. How do you say shaver in Spanish? La afeitadora. How do you say shower in Spanish? La ducha. What is the word for eyes in Spanish? Los ojos. What is the word for gold in Spanish? El oro. What is the word for tracksuit in Spanish? El chándal. What is the word for flower in Spanish? La harina. What is the word for suitcase in Spanish? La maleta. What is the word for soap in Spanish? El jabón. How do you say maybe in Spanish? Quizás. How do you say I see in Spanish? Veo. What is the word for face in Spanish? Cara. What is the word for partner in Spanish? Pareja. What is the word for library in Spanish? Biblioteca. What is the word for pregnant in Spanish? Embarazada. How do you say mouth in Spanish? La boca. How do you say wood in Spanish? La madera. How do you say needle in Spanish? La aguja. How do you say biscuits in Spanish? Las galletas. How do you say comb in Spanish? El peine. How do you say magazine in Spanish? La revista.